Louise Woodfield sat down to watch an episode of First Dates. She was expecting to see more hopeful Singertons try and find love. What she wasn't expecting was to find a long-lost sister.
One of the diners, Katie Kumar, caught Louise's attention after telling her date that she was adopted. And as her familiar story unfolded, she found herself asking, could this be my sister?
Well, Katie and Louise join us now to share their story. Good morning to both of you.
Good morning.
And the reality is, Louise, I don't want to give it away, but she was your sister.
Yeah.
It is the most miraculous, serendipitous coincidence, chance, whatever you want to put it.
It's crazy.
Lovely video.
Thank you.
Lovely.
But just explain a little bit, Louise. Are you a big fan of First Dates?
No, it's crazy as well because I literally never watch TV, like, unless it's like a film on Netflix or whatever.
Yeah.
So it just happened by chance.
And it's just happened to have it on. And Katie, from your perspective, why did you decide to go on First Dates?
I think for me, I was at a performing arts college and, you know, we all like to be out there and I just thought it's a bit of fun.
Yeah.
And also I wanted to share my story about being adopted. I'm very open about it. And I'm really glad I had because now I found Louise.
So what did you do? Did you just open up on the show and what did you say? How much did you know about your family?
So when I was adopted, we get a birth box with a little bit of information, but not too much.
Okay.
My mum was a little bit nervous about me going on and, you know, because it can open up a can of worms. You never know who's going to reach out or, you know, who's going to watch. But, yeah, that was it, really.
So you went on.
Yeah.
You said to the producers you'd like to be able to share this story. They were happy for you to
Yeah.
do that. And were you sharing it in the hope that maybe you might find your sister, or were you just sharing it because you thought, look, it's interesting content and I want to share it with the young lad that I was on a date with?
A little bit of both, and also, you know, I feel like First Dates, as we all know, it's a loving, kind show.
Yes,
they look
very.
after you, and I felt safe to do so.
Yeah.
And I feel like I'm really happy that I have because on our recent post, people have shared their story, and I feel like it's a little community and, you know, a safe space for everyone
this
to
is since
share.
the two of you have shared what happened, 'cause it was
Yeah.
a few years ago. So what happened then, Louise? You just happened to have it on in the background. As you say, you don't really watch television. What suddenly made you stop and think, hold on a second, that story sounds familiar?
So I always knew that I had a sister and that her name was Katie. There was a 2-year age gap between us. And I knew we were half Afghan as well. So I was with my friend at the time and I was watching Katie's episode that she was on. And literally, I remember her saying that she was adopted. Her name was Katie, her age, and that she was from Birmingham as well.
Yeah.
I literally remember turning around to my friend at the time and I said, I'm going to sound crazy, but I think that's my sister. And I think she, like, laughed at me. Yeah, but then I said, I'm going to message her because I've got nothing to lose. Like, the worst thing she can say is no, like, but yeah.
Yeah.
So then you decided to message her. How did you actually get in touch? What did you write on the message? Because that's a really big icebreaker. It's like, hello.
I was watching you on telly. I think you're my sister.
Yeah, I think I just said, like, hi, I know this is, like, a weird message to have, whatever. I said, but I think you're my sister. Like, I'm also half Afghan. Yeah, to be honest, I didn't really expect a reply either. So when I got it, I was just in shock.
Wow.
Like,
And so, Katie, did you reply immediately or did you kind of look at it and go,
So,
this is very close to home?
yeah, so I was getting quite a few messages at that time just because people were being really kind about the show. And so I was a little bit apprehensive, a little bit confused. I was a bit like, is this real? Because you never know. So I ran downstairs and I went to my mum, look at this. I was like, is this true? Like, could this be? And she was like, this could be. Like, and then we looked in my box and Louise, our birth mum's names matched our dad's, everything. And it was just crazy. Yeah.
And so then what was the next step? Did you decide to meet up together?
Yeah.
Did you go... Because actually, you just lived down the road from each other as well in your foster families.
Yeah. So within, like, 2 days, he came over, didn't you? And both our parents were foster carers, so we, you know, we used to having children and meeting people.
Yeah.
My mum just welcomed you in like her own, and it just felt so natural.
What's that moment like for both of you, though, when you know that Louise is coming around, Katie, you know you're going to see this person that you've waited your whole life to meet? How did you feel?
I was nervous at first on my way, but as soon as I got there, like, it was so special, like, and comfortable as well. Like, it wasn't, we didn't have an awkward phase or nothing, did we?
No, and I think for me, I was more excited to see somebody that would look like me a little bit. Do you know, I was like, you know, it was a little bit weird at first. Not in a bad way at all, but I just felt like it was really cool.
Did you find yourself staring at each other, just looking at each other's eyes, looking at each other's features?
Yeah, that's what I was so fascinated by it all. It was crazy.
Yeah. And so now what's your relationship like? Because I'm guessing that you're all of a sudden like, I want to catch up with all those years that we've missed out on. And I think being sisters as well, you would have been so close too. So what's the relationship like now?
Well, we're making up for it now.
Yeah.
I feel like we have made up for it. And, yeah, we've never been as close.
Yeah, we hang out all the time. I feel like we both needed this as well. And, yeah.
It's amazing because actually this was a few years ago, wasn't it? And it was only recently that the two of you decided to share the story on TikTok.
Yeah.
And it's all blown up since. How are you dealing with the attention and everyone suddenly needing to know about this extraordinary coincidence, this family reunion?
I don't think we expected to get the reaction that we got.
Definitely not.
Did we?
I mean, overnight it just kept growing and growing and growing. But at the same time, I really am glad that I shared it because more people have commented how they want to find their siblings or have found, and it's just really nice to see.
Yeah, I think it gives
interesting.
And it gives other people hope as well. And you know, in the strangest circumstances, these crazy things can happen. Do you have any other siblings as well?
We do. We have 3 older. We only have a small amount of information in our birth books, but yeah.
Would you like to meet them? Is there ambition to do that, or are you just happy connecting with each other?
If they reach out, yeah.
I think
And do you know much about your birth mum?
Yes, not too much. We've got a little bit of a description, but yeah, not too much, really.
No.
It sounds so lovely seeing the two of you together. I mean, before we came on, you're all connected as well because you're all Brummie.
Yeah.
You think your head teacher might be a relation of yours?
Oh, like a cousin was mine, and then she lives just down the road from where we used to live. It's crazy.
It is crazy.
So what are your plans for the future? What are you planning to do together? Are you going to go off and have like amazing adventures and stuff?
Yes, I think at the time when Louise reached out, I was only 17. So now I'm a bit older and we can do more fun things together, travel and make up all for them years.
Yeah, you got to do it. You've got to go on adventures now together. Well, it's great to see you this morning.
It really is.
And congratulations on finding each other.
Thank you.
Yeah, keep sharing those adventures.
Yeah.
We'll love it.
Thank you for visiting our This Morning YouTube channel. We upload new content every day, so go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out. And we'll see you in the morning.